Howdy y'all, Taheka here, and welcome to another adventure! We are continuing in Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker, where it's literally the end of the world! So, tried to give a little recap of what happened. We found that these things, we're calling them blasphemies, these monsters that are created. Oh, let me go back further. So we found out with the end of days, the monsters that come out are people. So back in Amarant, when it was the creation magic making these monstrosities, they had creation magic that went awry. That's what made them. And their fears, their despair, their lack of hope kind of fueled the creation of those monsters that eventually destroyed Amarant. Now, in our case, because all of our souls are sundered, we do not have creation magic. So, what happens in our final days when that happens, when we have despair and doubt and lack of hope, we ourselves turn into the monsters. And when we ourselves turn into the monsters, our ether is literally gone. It's kind of like our soul is destroyed. So when we die, or when the person dies that becomes the blaster, the monster, they cannot return to the ethereal sea. Because when a person dies, their soul, their ether, their essence, is returned to the ethereal sea to be reborn in another person. It's kind of like you're like you're a little ingredient in a pie, and you're the cinnamon of the apple pie, right? And when you die, your cinnamon is added to the ethereal sea into this pie, and then that pie, once it's made with all the different pieces of the apples and the cinnamon and the sugar and the pastry, a piece is cut and it is reborn as another person. I guess that's the best way I can describe it. So when you die, you become part of this etheric sea group that is kind of culminated together to then be reborn into a person. But when you die as a blasphemy, that doesn't happen because you don't have a soul anymore. So all these monsters that we're killing, they're nothing. Now we also found out, thanks to, I can't believe I forgot her name again, Nishana? The alchemist lady. Nishana? I think it's Nishana. We found about, we discovered more actually about this new source of power / ether called Akasha, which runs off of emotion. So where we have the normal ether that we know of that lets me cast all these wonderful spells, and we also have what we now know as celestial ether, which is what kind of protects the planet, and when there's a lack of it, this starts happening to the sky and people start changing. There's another form of energy that we didn't know about called the Akasha, which has not really been researched, so people don't really know about it, but it seems to be run entirely on emotion. So it's kind of like that extra drive of power we have when we are determined to save our friends. That extra drive of power is actually a burst of power from this Akasha, which is driven by our emotion. Unfortunately, the Akasha can also transform people, so when they have an abundance of negative emotions, they turn into a monster. So, we were like, well, we need to know what happened in the final days, the original final days back in Amarant, but there are no Amarantines alive, except for possibly one, and it's the soul of one, and it's Elidibus. I thought we had killed Elidibus when he was the Warrior of Light. Apparently, we did not. Instead, we fought him, and Grahatia trapped his soul in White Orosite in the tower. So, we are going to go back to the Crystal Tower, back in Crystarium, check up on Reen and friends, because I really want to know what they're up to, and we're going to try to talk to whatever is left of Elidibus' spirit, soul, in the tower. Because he's the last one that's left alive that was there in the final days. And, ooh, good, I need this weapon. Let's do this. Take this, Taheka, my spirit vessel. Oh, thank you. What do I need it for? Empty now, of course, but it should allow you to operate the tower's systems in the umbilicus. If even the smallest fragment of Elidibus' essence remains, it should be possible to locate. As for access to the umbilicus, pray seek out Lena for assistance. Chances are she still stands watch via censored gate. Should she or anyone else ask of me, tell them I am living my life to the fullest. I am happy, hardships and all. I will. Well, we had best be on our respective way. God's willing, we will each see each other again ere long. Bye, everyone. Bye. Bye. All right. Back to the first. I really wanted them to give us a reason to go back to the first. I said it before. I'm like, I really want to come back. Hi, everyone. I'm back. Oh, it feels so good to be back. In your non-raining skies. Look how pretty blue your skies are. No death raining down from above. I like it when there's no death raining down from above. Oh, man. Lena, there you are. Hi, Lena. Exarch's doing great. Taheka, you are returned. Hi, everybody. Have you been well, you and the others? As well as can be, we no shortage of troubles, but we're well enough. As well as can be. Full glad am I to hear that. I trust my lord is enjoying himself. He wanted me to tell you he is living his best life. He said these exact words. Oh, to know that he is happy fills my heart with joy. Thank you, Taheka, for taking care of him. When next you see him, please tell him not to overexert himself. Futile request though it is. I will. And tell him that all is well here. The peace you gifted us continues, and we work hard to build new lives for ourselves. In the course of this, we occasionally bicker, but we've never been more optimistic for the morrow. If I had to mention one dilemma, it would be the question of our governance. Even as we speak, debates rage on how we should run the city in the Exarch's absence. Well, you can debate that after I take a beautiful screenshot of your tower. Most are of a mind that the Settlement Council should continue to oversee the general running of Crystarium, while representatives are elected and determine policy and handle diplomacy. Thus far, nothing is set in stone, but however we choose to proceed, we will not replace our Lord. No one could. Aww. I have a question. Can you help get me to the umbilicus? Oh no, have you seen anything on it? Have we recently observed any unusual phenomena? No, I cannot say that there has been. Curious that you should ask me this question, though. Why? Some days ago, Rain came and asked the very same thing. She was rather unsettled in stark contrast to how cheerful she has been as of late. Can Rain feel it? Where is she? She and the other Crystarium youth just hosted a festival, you see. It proved so popular that there were already plans for another celebration, one much bigger than the first. Between her preparations for the festival and the restoration of the empty, she struck me as happy and full of life. So when I saw her in a state of such worry, I couldn't help but feel worried in turn, especially since she wouldn't tell me what troubled her. I dare she should be willing to confide in you. May I ask you to approach the subject with her? Where can I find her? You wish to enter the umbilicus? Very well. I shall fetch the key at once, and take the opportunity to find Reen. Please wait for me in the city in front of the Cabinet of Curiosity, shall we say. I will be along as soon as I can. Maybe because Reen is, has the remnants of Minfilia. Well, does she have the remnants? No, Reen is her own person now. That was the whole point. She doesn't have the remnants of, I want to talk to Reen. Because before, when she had the blue eyes, blonde hair, that's when she had Minfilia's soul. Minfilia's soul would pass and pass and pass and pass as the Oracle of Light. So, she's her own person now, so why would she be... Where's Reen? I need to talk to Reen. Not only do I want to see how she's doing, the following events cannot be skipped. You may wish to cancel any pending sign of registration. I have none. Let's go. Not running anything. gonna go speak to elpis. Possibly Reen. Hello? Hello? Do my eyes deceive me? Is that truly Taheka? Hi, guys! Ha! It is! Full glad I might see you hale and whole, my friend! What a wonderful surprise it is to have you back with us, and at a most opportune time. In case you haven't heard, we're planning to produce a tome chronicling events from the flood to the knight's return. For this project, we intend to draw upon records kept by the world's peoples. Historical and contemporary first-hand accounts will be the centerpiece of the tome, but yours will be the one to crown them all. I've been asked to contribute a chapter on the soul, a subject that is key to understanding much of your endeavors. In the course of developing the spirit vessel, I gained valuable insight into travel between the rift, beyond the rift, knowledge that will allow me to attest to your existence and deeds. Yeah! There is no end to the questions I would ask, but if you'd indulge me just one moment. In your quest to restore the night, you faced many a formidable foe. Among them, who offered the greatest struggle? Titania, driven mad by light and loneliness, Vothri and his mighty sky self-righteousness, Hades, who bore the burden of his people. This may come as a surprise, but Titania's so hard, but I'm gonna say Hades. Gotta give Hades his due. Hades, who bore the... yes, Hades. He who sought the resurrection of his ancient brethren. He was the first obstacle in your quest to restore the night. Your battle in the depths of the tempest, the stuff of epics. Yet compelling as it is, I worried that mere words wouldn't do justice to that fateful confrontation. Not that we would think to omit it entirely, of course. No, in the very least, we will impress upon readers that it was the climax of your hero's journey. I know you'd love to talk your ear off, Morin, but we really should be on our way. Those documents from Gilmore won't collect themselves. Of course, and afterwards, would you care to join me for tea? I was hoping to clarify a few points on your teachings. Till next time then, do tell the others to look after themselves. Our overzealous friend in particular, and remind him not to overexert himself. Again and again till his ears fall off. That's what it takes to get him to take it to heart. I love how everyone knows that Graha just overdoes it all the time. Who else is here? Who else wants to talk to me? As I wait for you. Is that the Warrior of Darkness? Hi! Oh, I remember you! What are you doing here? You're going to battle. I come to give you some medicine. I made it myself. Oh, she did do it. That's not Riki. You only give her a stomach ache. We've come to see Morin to get his advice. One of the guard finally agreed to teach us how to fight, but first we need to choose a fighting style. Well, I know that I want to be a mage. Arkil isn't so sure. Magic isn't really my thing. I was thinking of taking up the axe or a sword or maybe a bow. They all seem alright, but it's hard to decide, so I thought I'd ask Morin. He knows a lot of these things. He isn't here, aww. Ooh, why don't you have the Word of Darkness choose for you? What do you think suits Arkil best? Axe, sword, or bow? For smiting your opponent, the axe. For protecting your friends, the sword. For fighting and hunting, both the bow. Well, you have a mage, and you have a cute little adorable healer, the most cute adorable healer you've ever done seen. I'm gonna say the sword, my friend. He wants the axe, though. I mean, axes are great, too. The sword. Protect your friends. The sword. If you took up the sword, you could be just like... Brandon, the Warrior of Light! I love that tale. Let's borrow the book today. It's really popular, though. I hope it's still there. Thanks for helping me decide, Warrior of Darkness. I'll start with that style. Maybe try something else later on. When I get really strong, I hope to have a bout with you. I do too, Arkil. You got this. So they have changed the perspective of the Warriors of Light. They're no longer seen as like enemies and terrible people who destroyed the world. The truth came out and these kids see them as heroes. Oh, that's so cute! Such fun she's been having basking in the adoring of musky old bookworms and wide-eyed younglings. Does she spur a thought from me? Of course not. Oh, 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 oh! I know! They're my very friend! I waited and waited and waited, but she won't so much as acknowledge the presence of her beautiful branch, even though they're right here. It's such a heartless thing, our sapling is cold, cruel, and heartless! Hi! Fayo! Fayo, oh, faithful Fayo, loveliest of branches, how have I missed you? Oh, faithful Fayo, loveliest of branches! If you truly miss me, you should have cried me at the top of your lungs the instant you arrived. To make up for it, you will call with twice the passion next time. Though, to be a next time, you've a few struggles to overcome. So, my adorable sapling, the world is on the verge of destruction, is it? How do I know this? Joined as we're spying on you is as simple as sliding down the back of a rainbow. Would that I could aid you in your quest, but the fate of we Fae folk is bound to that of this star. Whither it goes, so too do we follow. Such is our way. The most I can do for you is spare you the pain by giving you the sweetest of eternal dreams. But if it escapes not to your liking, then you must struggle with your fellow mortals. Yep, I'm gonna struggle. Ah, you're the ones we're waiting for. I wonder what matter of conclusion waits at Tale's End. Bye, Fayo! I totally forgot about Fayo. I like her. Hi! My apologies for the delay. Take it so wonderful to see you again. You doubtless have much catching up to do, so I shall leave you to it. I've taken the liberty of unlocking the umbilicus, and you may enter at your leisure. Thank you, Lyra. Hi, Reen. I missed you. Been thinking about you. This big guy's in the way. Hold on. Missed you. Been thinking about you. Bancred misses you. I'm relieved to hear that everyone is well. I've had this feeling like a pit in my stomach, and I was afraid that something might have happened. How did you know? Maybe I'm overthinking things, but it's just that I am the Oracle of Light, but I've never spoken with Heidelin, never once heard her call. Even so, I've always had this feeling deep inside me, a connection to something immense. These past few days, though, the connection has wavered, as if that immense something was distant, then close, then distant. And then the other night, I was jolted awake by the feeling it had been completely severed. Wanting some fresh air, I went to open the window. To my horror, the sky was ablaze, like during the star shower. So they did get a red sky, but everyone else said nothing happened, so she saw it. But I blinked and everything was normal. The next day, no one said a thing. No one had even seen what I had seen. As far as I could tell, nothing was out of the ordinary. I began to wonder if it was a figment of a half-remembered dream. But the skies are burning on the source. Teika, what are you not telling me? I have to know, please. It doesn't matter how terrible it is. Okay. The final days have started on the 1st. The skies are red and raining fire, and we're trying our best to stop it to save all of the reflections. And Heidelin is dying. She has no power left. That's probably why you haven't heard her. Or felt her. It wasn't my imagination. The doom we witnessed in Amarat has come again. I can't believe it. Like I told you before, all is well here in the 1st. So don't worry about us. Please look only at the threat before you. We're fine right now, and even if we weren't, we have learned how to survive. Should the final days reach us here as well, you may be assured we won't go quietly. No, we'll hold on until you can find a way to save all of our worlds. So long as you continue your fight, so too will we, united in purpose beneath a blazing sky. Thanks, Rain. I'm so happy I got to see her again. I mean, Gaia's not here, but you have to complete Eden for that. I am actually going to use this coffer for myself because I do believe I finally have a weapon more powerful than my weapon. That took forever, but it is done. Let's see. Does it look cool? I mean, it doesn't look bad. But I do believe a glam is in order. Sorry, I need my glowy glowy. Blades Fury! Yeah! Okay, Rain. Hope upon a flower. Rain, or the look of surly resolve. We're headed to the umbilicus to consult with elpis, right? I'll do some consulting of my own and speak with Lena. Decide how we might prepare for the final days. So it's farewell for now, but we'll see each other again. I'm certain of it. We will live through the flood and the tyranny of light waters. We're survivors. Do we need you to know what we will do? That's true. They have survived through so much more than we ever could. So, I trust them. I trust that they'll survive without me. I have no idea where I'm going. I forgot how confusing the Crystarium was! Ah! Okay. Mistress Taheko, welcome back. The captain has told me all. Give the word and I shall show you to the ocular. Yes, proceed to the ocular. We must find this white ore site and speak with elpis. Oh, both of those are good pictures. Oh, hi. Wow. Memories. So where is this white ore site? It's in his study. His soulstone, basically.
Biometric authentication complete. Please state your business.
I wish to speak with elpis in the white ore site.
Acknowledged. Reinitializing Circus Tower systems. Searching for elpis entity. Target located in subterranean core power accumulator. Projecting image.
So we did find his... There he is!
My home. My friends. No more than a dream.
elpis.
You. Why have you awakened me? I no longer sense those places beyond, or Lord Zodiac. You must explain all.
Zodiac is dead. The final days have befallen the source. We were hoping you could help us.
So, he is fallen, and my brethren's souls returned to the star. The doom we sacrificed so much to prevent is come again. Old burdens now yours to bear. But if this is Fandaniel's design, then I, as elpis, have a duty to fulfill. Your unsolicited act has restored to me some few memories of the convocation.
Because he's no longer tempered by Zodiac because Zodiac's dead.
Such knowledge as I have, I will share.
I was gonna say thank you, but I'm so sorry for killing you. I'm sorry for what I did.
Why apologize for receiving a favor of the defeated? If it sits ill, consider it payment for freeing Lord Zodiac from servitude. Where to begin? The end. Your understanding of what caused the final days is consistent with our own. The decay first took root where the currents were weakest. Yes, a conclusion drawn by him, Fandaniel.
That's why our Fandaniel knew about it. Because their Fandaniel discovered it too.
Not the him of here and now, but as I knew him. Long, long ago. Having shed light upon the phenomenon, he dedicated himself to devising a countermeasure. Were it not for his knowledge of the Celestial, we would never have made the connection, and thence forestalled the final days. And though he inherited that noble soul, how different this last incarnation, so consumed by self-loathing and hate.
I have no idea what I'm saying.
Elpis. Yes, the name is familiar to me. Yet I know it not as a flower, but a place.
Ooh.
A testing facility for determining which of our creations were fit to be released into the world. Many worked there, and before joining the convocation and assuming the title of Fandaniel, he was their chief. He was Hermes.
Oh, his real name was Hermes.
That is all I know.
So elpis, the flower, is named after the facility that was used to
The crystals
test
tell
creation.
little of the lives the 14 led prior to their induction. Elpis itself would tell even less. Nary a ruin has survived.
Elpis?
Wait. I saw you there. In Elpis. No. I did not. But I did. I did. A lingering trace of impossibility.
When I was Asm?
And a truth that fills my heart.
Elpis, tell me.
My memories remain clouded, I fear. However, they have revealed to me one possible course.
Now we have to find Elpis.
You must travel to Elpis, to the time when Hermes served as its chief.
How?
In glimpsing the Exarch's memories, not only did I make his summoning magic mine own, I also mastered the workings of this tower, which, having absorbed my empowered essence, now harbors an abundance of energy.
We're gonna time travel back to Elpis.
As such, I believe I can deliver you unto the past, unto that place and that precise moment.
Oh my god, are you serious?
Given the eons that must be traversed, the gateway will not be fully formed. Your form will be less tangible still than those warriors of light I had summoned. In all likelihood, none will be able to see or hear you.
So I'll be like a ghost.
Yet even should you manage to interact with others, you will be unable to effect meaningful change.
So I'll be viewing it. I'll be a spectator.
For the reality you wish to save, the reality to which you must return, exists as a result of the final days. You cannot reshape the past to undo the tragedies of the present. Cannot unmake the sorrow and suffering fated to come. In full knowledge of this, will you still entrust your life to your foe and make the journey?
Yes.
Very well. I shall cast you unto the river of time. Let this be my final act.
Because this will
You
exhaust all the
must
power.
input the commands. I no longer have the authority. First, you must reconfigure the systems, that the tower's ether may be channeled for the magic.
I know how to do that. Apparently I do. Goodbye, Elidibus. So we're gonna travel back in time.
The preparations are complete. The gateway will soon open. Return at once to the ocular. All appears to be in order. The ether flows unimpeded.
So we are about to go back in time to before Van Daniel even joined the convocation.
The magic should consume every last mote of my essence.
This will kill him.
Why are you surprised? Did I not say that this will be my final act? Lord Zodiac is no more. There is nothing for me here.
It's true, there isn't.
The ones I love and long to see again are waiting in that promised land, beyond memory and dream.
Oh, Elidibus. Return to the ethereal sea.
Now go,
There.
warrior of light. Go, and do not look back.
Oh, Elidibus. Oh, Elidibus.
Well, Heidelin, I take my leave of you.
Oh,
Yours is the mantle of the last of us. May you have the joy of it, the burden, and the solitude. It falls to you now. You and your champion to save our star.
Elidibus's final act. All he wanted to do was just save the star. That was his sole purpose. And before he thought he had to do it with Zodiark. That's why he was so, oh, Zodiark. But now he's doing it by helping us. Whee! Pretty. Remember, don't affect any change. We can't change anything. Is that it? Is that elpis? So is another one of these zones the past, Amarat? I'm a ghost. Oh, look! They have their hoods down! Hi! So this is when Fendaniel was the chief of Elpis. So this is before the final days hit Amarat. Guide like man. The man stands dutifully by the aetherite-like device. A guide to the facility in all likelihood. You attempt to get this man's attention, but he seems not to hear you. He gives absolutely no indication. As Elidibus Ward, it appears your form is intangible. so they had aetherites. This device is reminiscent of an aetherite. Perhaps it's possible to attune with it. Oh, what? Despite attempting to channel and focus your energies, you fail to attune to the device. You can only assume it operates differently. Okay, so I can't attune. Black robed man. You're all robed. The remarkable large man wears a black robe and a half mask, much like the phantoms you encounter in Mar Limitorum in the recreation of Amara. It would seem you have made it to your destination. Hey, listen to me! You gesticulate widely and shout all man's greeting of obscenities, but the man does not so much as glance in your general direction. Can't even sprint here. What do I talk to? Can I access the door? No. I checked the aetherite already. Ah, conversing woman. Maybe I'll see my past me here, Azam. Maybe my past me will see me because it's me. This is the right place, right, Propylion? Judging by the woman's words, the facility is called Propylion. Hello? Poke, poke, poke. You attempt to gently prod the woman to attract her attention, but feel nothing. It seems neither does she. You know who that looks like? That looks like, Gaia's original incarnation. Are you Gaia? Very well, let's wait a while. That looked like Gaia's original incarnation. Actually, don't really know what she looked like, so never mind. We know what one of them looked like, and it had this similar haircut. You suspect the door leads outside, but how to open it? Can I just walk through it? I'm a ghost. It's not gonna open. Hello?
And here we are, Elpis. Well, well, how rare to receive you in person. To what do we owe the honor? Oh, just a few odd tasks. We'll be here a while.
Hey, this is the person that spoke to me before.
You're welcome to stay as long as you see fit, of course. As a matter of procedure, however, I must ask that you kindly remove your masks.
Come now. Is this truly necessary? Surely you can tell who we are.
Hades?
Who you are, perhaps, but I am far less infamous. Regardless, if we do not follow protocol, 'tis our hosts who would be held accountable. So, please, do favor us with your handsome face.
That's Hades. That voice. Is that Hades? Am I gonna see what he looks? Oh my god, that's him! Oh, that's him! That's what he looks like! Can he see me? Can you see me?
Satisfied?
Okay. That's Emmett Selk, aka Hades. That's what he looked like back in the old day. And this other person, we've seen them before. In another cutscene, we saw them. I think it was when we were on the moon. He seemed to know us. Maybe that's us.
I thank you for your cooperation. You are free to go about your business.
Is that us? Is that Asm? Hades, can you see me? I think he can see me.
By the by, you see it too, yes?
You guys both see me?
I haven't the foggiest what you're talking about.
That's odd. here. A bit thin in the ether, but there's no mistaking it. The color of its soul is almost identical to Azem's.
Okay, so that's not me, but who is that?
Do you suppose she created it? Rather unusual for a familiar to have a soul, though.
What? Hi.
Don't ask me. All I know is that it's trouble. Doubly so if it's her spitting image. So let's leave it be. Come now.
They can see me. Wait, guys, you can see me? Help me get in. I'm trying to find this out.
It's trying to say something, but it's literally too intangible to form words.
Who is this purple-haired person? Purple eyes.
Why don't you give it some ether? Spare a snifter of your bounteous reserves.
The mask. If you go off the mask, I think that's Vinod, the heart of Hydaelyn, because I think that's the same Hydaelyn mask. So maybe that's Vinod. Oh, come on, Hades. Let a
Who
girl
do you
hand.
take me for?
Why, a dear friend, of course. One who wouldn't let acts of kindness, such as my accompanying him on errands to far-flung outposts, go unrewarded.
Come on, give a girl a hand. Come on, Hades. Ignore the fact that I kill you in the far, far future.
I suggest you close your eyes, or this may be unpleasant.
Snap your fingers, make me true. Did it work?
You may open your eyes.
Am I as tall as you now? Am I tall? We're the same size now! Oh no, don't do this now, come on.
Oh, you even adjusted its size.
Oh, that was my internet. It got a little wonky. Give me a second, I gotta reset something. That's better. Okay, we're back.
The better to indulge your whim. This way, it will be easier to communicate.
I'm tall.
How very thoughtful of you. And may I applaud your artful reinforcement. Without further ado then. Greetings. I am Hythlodaeus, Chief of the Bureau of the Architect.
Hythlodaeus, I've been saying it wrong the whole time. It's Hythlodaeus. I've been saying Hythlodaeus. Hythlodaeus. I know you. We have met.
Sulking beside me is the most honorable Emmett Selk of the Convocation of 14.
Hello, Hades.
And how might we address you, my new friend?
Teheka Femker. I come from the past, or the future.
A fine name. And I'm pleased to see you understand our words. So, tell us, whence have you come? The thinness of your essence suggests you weren't created here.
I come from the very, very, very distant future.
You do not know? Or cannot say?
Oh, yeah.
Allow me to ask a different question then.
I'm not allowed to intervene, but I'm intervening right now.
What brings you here?
I wish to seek a man named Hermes, or I want to learn about Elpis. I wish to seek Hermes. That was the original intent of coming here, because I need to talk to him about the final days.
Well now, the same as us. Perhaps Azim wished to come too, but had to settle for a familiar.
If she truly wished to be here, then she would be.
Damn it.
Right you are. My apologies if we've given offense. The two of us can discern the color of souls, you see, and yours happens to resemble that of a friend.
Yeah, sure, I'm a familiar.
And with your purpose matching our own besides, we jumped to a hasty conclusion. We are here to speak with Hermes, the chief overseer of this facility, which we also intend to tour in order to gain greater insight into the man's work. We, I say, though this is Emmett Selk's charge. I am here only to serve as his guide.
So this is what life
And
was
I
like
should be
before the
happy to
end.
serve as yours as well, by way of an apology for the misunderstanding.
Wait, are you suggesting that we bring it along on official business? This thing we know next to nothing about?
If you harbor suspicions, better to keep it close than leave it to its own devices. Wouldn't you agree? Besides, having a mysterious life form in tow is the norm rather than the exception here.
Because this is where they come to, like, determine if the life form should be released into the world. And I am an unfamiliar life form.
Welcome, my friends, to the testing ground of creation at Heaven's Edge. Elpis.
What? The world unsundered! This is what it was like. Argo! Hi, Lynn.
This presence.
Hi!
Hermes! Visitors! We have visitors!
What secrets are you hiding, I wonder?
I could tell you your end. Oh, Hades. The burden you're gonna fall upon. You're gonna carry such a heavy burden for your people. He doesn't know that yet. Ah! What? Okay. Hi, Thalitus. It's Lodius. I've already forgot how to say his name. This is hardly my first time here, but the scenery never fails to take my breath away. Why, it feels as if you could reach out and touch the heavens. Now then, to begin our guided tour, perhaps you already know these things, but for the sake of thoroughness, I shall start with basics. Using concepts to give shape to ether, creation magics allow us to bring forth anything we desire, be it inanimate objects or living beings. Anyone may conceive of concepts, but they must all undergo evaluation at the Bureau of the Architect. As part of that process, living beings and certain arcane entities must be sent here to Elpis for in-depth observation and study. It's a fascinating facility, is it not? I dare say you will enjoy touring it with us. Oh my god! Hi! In case you don't know, it's rude to stare. Stop! Oh, I had to take a picture. Oh my god, what? Does he even like look at me? Yeah, he does! There's Hythalitus and Emmett. But here's the question. This is before the final days, right? If this is before the final days, God, that's Emmett Selk. That's Hythalitus. So wait, if this is before the final days, how is Argo already here? And how is Heidelin already here? Because from my understanding, Heidelin wasn't given birth, wasn't prayed into existence, summoned, until after 2 Zodiark summonings. Because it was Zodiark, Heidelin defeats Zodiark, end of the world, right? So, if Heidelin wasn't born until after Zodiark was summoned, and Zodiark hasn't been summoned yet because we don't even have Finn Daniel in the Sea of the Convocation yet, this is when he was the chief of this facility, then how is she here, first off, because she doesn't exist yet, unless that's the heart of Heidelin Venat, How is Argo here? Because from my understanding, Argo was created after she created the moon to entrap Zodiac, because Argo was the guardian, whilst the Watcher was the enforcer. And the Watcher is the simulacrum of one of her apprentices from this time. So, did she create Argo at first and then he's a simulacrum too? I don't know, this is good. We're gonna stop here for now though. Oh my god, it's Emmett Selk. Like, what? This is cool. And we're the size, like, the place isn't ginormous anymore. I really want to walk around Amarat normal sized. That would be so cool. Let's see how big this place is. It's a zone. The 12 Wonders. And I go to Willa. Oikos. Hey! This is where you get your Greek yogurt! This place is huge. So this was one of those areas I didn't know. Ether currents. No, it's still not! It's gotta be one of these, though. This will be. I guess I have to attune and, like, go in and stuff first. Wow, this was what the unsundered world was like. Oh, excuse me, the coffee's wearing off. I'm looking at that lighthouse over there. So this is kind of like Labyrinthos, almost. Whereas Labyrinthos is to study things that are already there, this facility is to study and approve of its existence, because if it fails, it gets removed from existence, which makes sense, because then they can't just create anything they want to create. They have to create things that can be approved by the state-of-the architect. Oh, this is cool. This is really cool. This is cool. Okay, well, on that note, we got to meet Hades again. Hi. I'm sorry, Emmett Selk. They go by their names are their roles here. So right now, Hermes is Hermes. But pretty soon, Hermes is going to be Fendaniel. And then... Venat's already here. I don't get it. We'll find out. Let's see. Are there any ether currents here? There are ether currents here. Okay, I was right. Okay, so we're going to explore this area, but not right now. We're going to finish speaking with Hythalis and get everything done. So until next time, thanks for watching. Bye-bye!